A U.S. Army veteran who spent decades fighting for our country is now fighting for his life. And his family says the military is denying him critical benefits based on technicalities. Army Captain Rafael Barbosa is battling stage 4 cancer. The veteran was exposed to toxic burn pits while serving in Iraq and Afghanistan. Despite showing symptoms while serving in the military, he was discharged in 2019 and listed in good health. But then 2 years later, he got his cancer diagnosis. And now his family is facing roadblocks from the military to get him life-saving benefits. NewsNation's Washington correspondent Joe Khalil joins us with the story. Hey, Joe.
Hi, Elizabeth. Yeah, this is a man who gave 20-plus years to this country and now feels like when he really needs it most, the military is in some ways turned its back on his family. I've been getting to know them for a couple of weeks now. I can tell you there's a lot to be upset about here, but this story is also about love, about family, and about persistence.
U.S. Army Captain Rafael Barbosa spent 23 years serving and fighting for his country. Through tours in Iraq and Afghanistan, little did he know his most intense fight wouldn't happen until he came home, alongside his wife, Amanda.
Ultimately, he was diagnosed in October 2021 after emergency surgery with stage 4 colon cancers.
Barbosa, one of millions of service members exposed to toxic burn pits overseas, diagnosed with cancer, only given about 2 years to live.
I thought that we had 50 years, I thought that we were just beginning our civilian life together. It was scary. It was hard to know that this was going to be our reality and that now the focus was going to be on preparing our son to lose his dad.
Their son, Walker, just 11 at the time. But while the diagnosis was a shock to the family, it wasn't entirely surprising. Captain Barbosa had been complaining to his military doctors for years about persistent stomach pain. Each time, he was told it was a benign ulcer, nothing serious. Ultimately, he was discharged as healthy from the Army back in 2019.
They never diagnosed a cancer, despite having the symptoms that are very typical. We were basically gaslit into believing that was it.
By the time doctors found the cancer, Rafael's tumor was nearly 6 full inches in diameter. Surgeons at the Mayo Clinic wrote to the Army about Rafael's case, saying the military missed it. Quote, Mr. Barbosa's cancer predated his leaving the Army. It could not have grown 13.5 centimeters and become stage 4 in a matter of 2 years. But because the military discharged Rafael as healthy, his family is no longer entitled to survivor benefits, his military life insurance, or the level of health care he would have otherwise gotten. The solution, Amanda had to convince ARBA, a military review board, to put her husband back on active duty status to get his benefits. After nearly 2 years, she's been stonewalled. ARBA's reasoning, quote, disability compensation is not an entitlement. Rather, it's provided to soldiers whose service is interrupted and they can no longer continue to reasonably perform. In other words, Rafael's cancer never stopped him from serving. A maddening response for his family, who says if the military had found the cancer, it would have sidelined Rafael.
Very difficult as a family to have to listen to that and to know that that they're going to take their own mistake and use that against us.
It's been almost 2 years since a doctor told the family Rafael had 2 years to live. Amanda says she's battling now, not just for Rafael, but for Walker, now 14 years old.
When we finally entered civilian life, he was so excited about it that his dad was going to be able to get to go to all of his games and just be with him all the time.
Okay, 2 important things here, Elizabeth. One, the family tells me Rafael's health has actually gotten significantly better. They're very cautious about that optimism because the statistics are not great about people who have what he has, but he's been doing better. The second thing is, after 2 years, we do have a bit of an update now from ARBA just yesterday, sending this family a compromise, saying they would give him some of the benefits that they've been fighting for and doing what they call a medical retirement for him. But the family says that's not good enough. They say they're going to reject that deal. By the way, Mark Milley, chairman of the Joint Chiefs, is now personally pushing for this family's case for them to get what they want.
I got to figure they've got Mark Milley on their side. Something's going to happen. Wow, what a story, Joe. Thanks so much. Yeah, keep us updated on it. Hopefully we'll have some good news for them. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.